Hello everyone, I'm Mary Rose Corrigan, Public Health Specialist for the City of Dubuque with the July 30th, 2020 COVID-19 update from the Dubuque County Public Health Incident Management Team. Dubuque County has added 39 new COVID-19 cases since yesterday. As of Thursday, July 30th at 2 p.m., Dubuque County has 1,437 positive COVID-19 cases. I'm sad to report 2 additional deaths locally, so a total of 28 COVID-19 deaths have occurred in Dubuque County. 7.5% of just over the 19,000 people tested in Dubuque County have been positive, and yesterday's positivity rate was just over 13%. As of yesterday, 24 individuals are currently hospitalized in Dubuque County, and about 42% of Dubuque County positive cases have recovered to date. We have definitely seen an increase in the number of hospitalizations in Dubuque County, and our hospitals are extremely busy. This will likely continue as our community spread goes on. More on that in a minute. The state added 809 cases since yesterday. As of July 30th, 2020 at 2 p.m., Iowa has a total of 44,004 positive cases. In all, about 1 in 7 Iowans, or over 470,000 people, have been tested, and about 9% of Iowans tested have been positive. Deaths reported in the state total 856 Iowans. Currently, 237 cases are hospitalized throughout the state, and finally, about 72% of Iowans have recovered. The big news today came out in the White House Task Force report about COVID-19 cases and surges around the country. This was published in the New York Times. Both Dubuque County and the City of Dubuque were identified as red zones for elevated dangers of spreading COVID-19. Iowa is also listed as one of the red zone states in the report. The report identifies red zones as those core-based statistical areas and counties that during the last week reported both new cases above 100 per 100,000 population and a positivity result above 10%. Dubuque County is one of 8 Iowa red zone counties, and the City of Dubuque is one of 3 red zone metro areas. The report also puts Iowa in the red zone for cases, indicating more than 100 new cases per 100,000 population last week, and is in the yellow zone for test positivity, indicating a rate between 5 and 10%. This means Iowa has seen stability in new cases and an increase in testing positivity over the past week. The counties with the highest number of new cases over the past 3 weeks are number 1, Polk County, number 2, Scott County, and number 3, Dubuque County. These 3 counties represent almost 37% of new cases in Iowa. So what does this White House report mean? Well, it demonstrates that we need to do more mitigation strategies. We've been too lax. We're not isolating and quarantining appropriately. Every individual, especially those that are positive or symptomatic, have a responsibility to isolate or quarantine. And if you're not positive or symptomatic, that you continue to practice social and physical distancing, wear a mask in group settings, and when outside the home. By the way, I keep a mask in my purses, my car, my desk, my farmer's market bag, my golf bag, and a bunch of other places. Also, we should avoid crowds. In fact, the White House Task Force recommends limiting social gatherings to 10 or fewer people, and limits visit to retail establishments. Do the curbside or carry out for groceries and restaurants, or utilize restaurant outdoor dining, and all of the things I'm promoting for several months. A new concept and recommendation is to reduce your public interactions and activities to 25% of your normal activity. That basically means staying at home more. And of course, we need to protect anyone with serious medical conditions at home by social distancing at home and using high levels of personal hygiene, including hand washing and cleaning surfaces. Finally, the report also recommends elected officials, and in Iowa, that pretty much means our governor, make policies to require many of these mitigation strategies. Today, I had a meeting with the Iowa federal delegation in Washington, D.C. Well, it was a virtual meeting. Instead of the annual Dubuque delegation of city and county elected and government officials, along with business and community organization representatives traveling to Washington, D.C. for 2 days of meetings and presentations, we met via webinar. We explained progress on our local projects and priorities, along with requests for policy changes, new laws, and funding. Of course, a major part of our discussions were on the impact of the pandemic on healthcare, employment, and other segments of the community. A special thanks to Senators Grassley and Ernst, along with Congresswoman Finkenauer and their staffs who are meeting with Dubuque community representatives. It wasn't the same as meeting in person, but it's another example of how we continue to modify our traditional activities and strive to be as effective as possible. Thanks for tuning in today. As we gear up for the weekend, it's vital we all keep in mind the limiting of our public interactions and keep social gatherings to 10 or fewer people. It's up to all of us to continue to make safe choices in our daily activities, both for our own protection and that of others. Stay safe, and remember, we're all in this together.